Budget Blinds. Visit their showroom or call today for a free in-home consultation.
And Moses joins us for our first look at sports, and the Lakeland Rustlers women's volleyball team is getting ready for a home-and-home versus my alma mater, the NAIT Ooks.
Of course you have to throw that in, Bart, don't you? Anytime with NAIT this, NAIT that. Well, certainly NAIT will be coming by, and that will definitely be interesting. Of course, if there's one word that could describe the Rustlers' play of late, that would definitely be inconsistent. Of course, Brett Morton has a story on the Rustlers trying to focus on tightening up some of those areas heading down the stretch of the season.
The Rustlers are getting ready for one of their biggest weekends of the season. The main focus at this week's practices have been exploiting NAIT's weaknesses.
They have a really small setter, so her blocking zone can definitely be a problem. Their middles are a lot smaller and lower than ours are, so again, out of the middle, there's lots of opportunity for us to score.
The ladies know that they are one of the top teams in the ACAC when they can play their systems and dictate the play.
It's focusing on the little things. Like we have a good offense. There's no doubt that we're going to be able to score. We got to serve tough, and we need to play defense, and we need to pass first contact. If we can get more consistent in those areas and do it consistently 2 days in a row, that's going to give us an opportunity to win every night.
Our serving and our serve receive definitely put us behind because, we're just pretty inconsistent with our serving. So just making sure, because that skill is all on us.
One thing the Rustlers need to work on is their game readiness.
Start prep before the game. We need to definitely take some time and review our game plan and just stay consistent and don't get down on ourselves when we're not having our best games and just play as a team.
Not only are these two games important for the Rustlers' confidence, but it will also help them with the provincial rankings.
Pretty important weekend for us for rankings, and we split them last time, so it's going to be pretty important to beat them both times just to have a good provincial ranking.
The home-and-home starts tomorrow in Edmonton and wraps up Saturday at Lakeland Gym. Brett Morton, Newcap Sports.
Well, the Rustlers basketball teams will tip off against their rivals. Bart, you'll like this. It's the same NAIT Ooks, the alma mater of Bart Padiasics. Of course, that happens this weekend as well, beginning with a home date at Lakeland Gym tomorrow. Now, the women's basketball team heads into this weekend with a record of 16-0. NAIT has a 12-2 record. Their only losses coming to the Rustlers back in November. Head coach Chris King is expecting an emotional and high-paced games.
As usual with NAIT, it's going to be super physical. Very good team, work hard, play really well together, and right now they're throwing a lot of junk out there. So I expect to see some different defensive stuff to keep us off. And in terms of the way I look at it is we just need to get better. Obviously, I know that this is a big rivalry game for our kids, and they're pretty hyped up, and so is NAIT. So it should be pretty emotional, I assume.
I'm excited. I think we're going to bring our best game of basketball, and they're going to bring theirs, and then we're just going to see how well prepared everyone is, and then see where it goes from there.
This series definitely circled on the team's calendar. While rivalry games are fun, they will also be able to prove or be a good gauge on their season thus far.
When you look at NAIT, it's kind of, okay, where are we? Basically, we have 3 weeks after this to prep for playoffs, and this will give us a good indication, okay, where do we need to improve and what needs to get better? So win or lose, as a coach, we're just looking at, okay, where do we need to strengthen ourselves?
As for the men's team, they're coming off a split against Concordia, with them earning the W on Saturday after going on a 23-4 run in the fourth quarter. They split their series with NAIT back in November. Tip-off for the girls is at 6, the men following up at 8 o'clock. Now, sticking with college athletics, the soccer season may be long gone, but January, the indoor variety kicks off. The Lakeland men's and women's futsal teams will be heading to Fort McMurray for the first tournament of the year. The Rustlers have had success in the sport on both sides. Just 3 returnees for the women, who finished runners-up last season. While they might be younger this time around, the Rustlers still feel that they're even better than last year.
Basing off last year, Keanu is usually pretty strong competition. I think Medicine Hat will be one of our biggest though, but I think we have a really good opportunity to get gold this year. I know last year we did get silver. I think we have a little bit more raw talent, so with that sense, I think we can do a lot better this futsal season.
Our training has been effective. It's been the work rate's been high, body language has been good, teamwork's been good, so we should go in with some positive results.
The first ACAC futsal tournament begins Friday.